Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. I told you I couldn't do this one. 2 episodes was enough for me, and I had to call upon the only person that I feel is potentially sicker than myself when it comes to this sort of business, especially after doing Kenobi and Naomi, which kind of rhyme. I've just realized.
Yeah, the pattern.
Jane, great to have you back on board. Thank you for sharing the insanity with me.
Oh, it's great to be back. I enjoy it. You make it fun.
That's why I think you're sicker than I am. I do think you enjoy it, whereas I'm just like, what am I doing with my life?
Well, watching you fall apart is always fun.
Well, that's what the audience tend to love. That's the comment I always see. So good to see us just fucking mentally fall apart watching these things. Thanks, guys. Love you. Kawaii. So, because I did the first couple of episodes solo, take it away. No, I'm joking. How did you find the first couple of episodes of Netflix's Resident Evil?
A bit frustrating. Like, there are so many issues with it. I mean, you covered a lot of it, but it's just the story is very predictable. Also a lot of very common tropes that we've seen before with the empowered women narrative. The parents are terrible, of course. Kids are rude and annoying. Racism, all of that stuff.
Fake racism.
Yeah, just
we're the only black people here. No, you're not. Not even close.
What about all these other black people? Brown people? I don't know.
There's some Asians I've seen.
Yeah. They don't exist. I don't know.
No. I didn't understand that whole
mental too. Like, this was an opinion they formed just driving into the community.
Yes.
You're not even there yet. How do you know? But that's the thing. Jade in particular is so angry. Why?
Why? She's 14 years old. Why is she angry?
It doesn't make any sense. And initially I thought it was a plot point. I thought that maybe they were upset because they moved away from where they grew up, where their mother had been there and she passed away, and their memories. But you later learn that no, they were born from donors. So
yeah, born from donors with Wesker as the egg.
Basically.
Well, he's a bitch, he's a bitch to them. So you might as well have provided the egg and someone else provided the sperm.
And that was the other thing, is that this isn't Wesker. Who is this person?
Okay, this is the thing that frustrates me a lot. I like Lance Reddick as an actor a lot.
Oh, he's a great actor.
He's a great actor. He's got a lot of presence. He's got great presence, great voice, great capability, good range. So why didn't they just have the balls to call him Jeremy Smithson?
I don't understand it, except that they just assume that fans aren't going to accept a new character. And
but the girls are new.
It's like a shortcut. It's a shortcut. Rather than develop a new character, rather than work on it, rather than invest in it, it's like, okay, we have a character. He's a well-known name. Let's just race swap him and be done with it. That way we get credit for our woke points and all of that. And at the same time, we get to say, oh, here's this character that you know. Don't you like him?
But isn't it just once again showing that there's no validity in a black actor unless they usurp a white role?
Yeah, absolutely. Because they don't care about these actors. They don't value them at all, and they don't value their talent. And in this case, this actor's talent is incredibly wasted. The other thing they do when they race swap, and you mentioned this about who this Wesker is, this version of the character, is that he's not the same. He's not strong. He's not forceful. He's a weakened cuck of a character. Compared to the Wesker we know. And that's what they always do. They do the race swap, but then they degrade him and turn him into something entirely different.
because Wesker, regardless of color, is male.
He's
And
male.
therefore a second-class citizen, because once again, this is a show which just drips with misanthropy.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's as a man, it's so, I'm so over this, you know?
I'm over it too. I don't want to see men like this. It's embarrassing. And the fact that he is talked down to by his own daughters and treated like the child. It's Naomi all over again.
And Evelyn just calling him Al all the time just got
Oh my
me.
God.
It was like Raffi in the first season of Picard, and she kept referring to Picard as JL, and just like, shut the fuck up, Raffi.
Like his rank, his experience, his knowledge, everything he's contributed to this company, none of that matters.
No, particularly when we get to the really fucking retarded bit at the end.
Yeah.
When they're breaking down the joy antidepressant. I tell you what though, they got that spot on in as much as America is creating an antidepressant.
The pharmaceutical industry, yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, that's actually quite good, because I think they, stumbled on that one, but I was like, yeah, that's perfect right now.
Well, that's the only thing they got right, is Umbrella as a corporation, how they operate. That part, accurate, on point. The complete disregard for the consequences and, motivated by greed and nothing else. But you still have to have a story beyond that if you're expanding in a different direction, which is what they are trying to sell us.
But the side effect is so extreme that it's like, but even them going, but this is $1 trillion idea, and you just like, just no.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, in the end, where they're talking about, well, we can also have the cure. We'll create the problem, but then we can sell people the cure too.
Now, I'm okay if they were like, let's stick it out there because we've got the cure.
Yeah.
But there's no cure at the moment, so okay. Anyway, we'll get so yeah, the Jade is possibly the most unlikable character I've seen since the last character that was really unlikable, which was in Kenobi.
Yeah.
Because they're all so horribly unlikable.
She's
and
terrible.
This is meant to be our protagonist.
And I don't understand how. First of all, no one in the show likes her. And I'm sure no one in the audience.
The boyfriend, the potential boyfriend does, for some reason. The one who said, I will do what you ask of me for your necklace.
But what's so funny is that even her sister is like, dude, what is wrong with you? No one in the show understands why he's attracted to her.
No. I don't.
Sad.
Like when she said, when she's like arguing with her sister, don't worry, folks, Jane and I do this, and then we go through it all. She's arguing with her sister, and he comes along, and she just goes, stay, like a fucking dog.
Yeah.
And he does, because, all the men are pathetic.
They are. They're not men. They're all neuter.
No, I don't know what they are. I don't know. It's a new, I was going to say it's a new gender, but holy shit, don't start that. Don't start that conversation. Jesus Christ. It's a subset. It's a subset of a man. It's a cock.
A new caricature.
It's just a cock.
Yeah.
Cock life. Right. Let's go through this episode, Jane.
Okay.
So we start off with an advert to promote Joy.
Mm-hmm.
And Evelyn has been interviewed by some woman. Obviously, everything's a woman. Everything's a woman.
Everything.
And she talks about how her father cocked up Raccoon City, but we never told what happened at Raccoon City. Never.
Mm-hmm. No.
Well, not in the first 3 episodes that I've seen, anyway. And that she's there to right the wrongs, and she finds or still believes that Umbrella, because she now runs the company, is a family business.
Yeah.
with family values and yeah, okay, whatever. She sounds like Vince McMahon.
That's how they said it.
Yeah, this is a family company where I sexually assault people. So we cut back to Dover, where the drone is shooting all the potential people who want to go to Calais.
Yeah. Which
They want to go to Calais, where the Brotherhood reside,
Mhm.
because they want a better life. And then we're told not long into the episode that the Brotherhood skin people.
Right. Alive.
I mean, I know the crazy woman from episode 2 had a dead zombie husband in the bathroom,
Yeah.
but that place was kind of like, it was a place.
I think what it is you just can't you mentioned this before, you just can't have male heroes in the show.
No.
So this couldn't be a sanctuary. It
No,
has to
well,
be a place people wanna go to, but the people there are, of course, men running it, and they're all terrible.
yes. And even we'll get to the family, but even when she saves the kid and reunites it with the family,
Mhm.
the guy for some reason just doesn't like her.
Yeah.
And the reason why he just doesn't like her is so we are meant to, because we're in full support of our protagonist.
Right.
So we're meant to be like, oh, he doesn't like us, so he must be horrible.
Yeah.
It's kind of that well, it's that what's the word? Infantilization of emotions.
Mhm.
It's so base, it's so pathetic, it's so redundant.
And that's what you get. That's what you can expect from how many of the characters are portrayed, particularly if they're not women.
I haven't
They almost
seen.
they're like jokes.
Hey, I
weird.
got something I want to talk to you about.
Mhm.
Let's go back to episode 2 for a moment.
Mhm.
The beginning of episode 2, one of the scavengers bursts out of the base in a truck to get away.
Mhm.
He then stops to pick up Jade, who's saying, "Stop, stop, please stop."
Right.
Then they drive away,
Mhm.
and then he stops to protect her from getting killed by the poles.
Right.
Then he gets out the truck, sticks a gun at her, and says, "I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with you."
Yeah.
Then gets eaten by zombies because he got out the truck, walked over to the passenger side.
Mhm. Nothing about that scene made sense.
No. That's the way that males are treated. There's nothing about that made sense. Well, there again, Jade's bionic legs don't make any sense because she just jumped 40, 50 feet off a fucking...
She was absolutely dead. There's no way.
legs.
But yeah, he saved her life.
Yes.
And
Twice.
yeah. But
And then it's just
then
like, "I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with you. Get away from me." Why did he pick her up then?
yeah.
You should have just driven off.
Why spare her life when you're at the gate?
Why stop for a conversation? Say,
Especially
"Get
when
off."
you're being
Just say,
chased.
yeah, just say, "Get off and fuck off now." And get back in and drive away.
Yeah.
Don't get out of the fucking truck. But that's that basic. But that's the way that a male's
Mhm.
treat in this show. There's no.
There was an opportunity there for him to be the good guy, and it was taken
Oh,
away.
well, you know what they say: black men, they're the new white men. So the comically idiotic white Irish. I can't quite get a grasp on his accent.
I couldn't either. That's the one.
He sounds Scottish at times, then Irish, then American, and I'm just like,
Sounds
where's this guy
like
from?
a cartoon. He doesn't sound like a real person. I was gonna ask you, what accent is that?
Well, I keep getting different accents from him, so I legitimately don't know. I thought he was Irish,
Mhm.
then I thought he was Scottish, then I thought he was American, So I have no clue. But he's just comically pathetic.
Yeah.
So when we see all the shooting going on, these people getting mowed down, he turns to one of the guards and says, well, there are rubber bullets in these, aren't they? And the guard's just like, comedy.
Yeah. This is what you get. It's so ridiculous.
So she saves a small child. She hides away in a little closet area. I don't know. It's like difficult to tell because it's so bloody dark.
Yeah, it's dark throughout this whole part.
And then her parents come in and she saved them. Wow, good for you. We go back to 2022.
Yeah.
And Jade is in the house looking for Billy. Billy, of course, who's been bit by a infected Doberman. This was dumb. Billy is in the bathroom, like doing type of thing, with blood dripping out of her mouth and gums.
She's shaking, you can barely see.
Yeah. Wesker comes home. Jade prevents him from coming up the stairs. Is just like, she's fine. Go make me some tea, Dad.
And he knows she's not fine.
I know.
He just left the lab.
I know.
But his child tells him what to do, and he does it.
The adult. It's Naomi all over again.
Yeah.
The children are adults, and the adults are children because they're being bossed around.
Bossed around, cursed out.
Yeah, 14-year-old girl, this, according to the show.
Yeah.
So Wesker just goes back to the lab.
Yeah.
Discovers that the rat has broken out of its containment. Oh no, what's going to happen?
Why was that possible, though?
Please, Jane, don't.
Like,
we would be here all fucking day if we went down that pathway.
The entire lab is compromised.
Why did he leave the lab to come home to just go, oh, she's okay, I'm just going to go straight back to the lab? When your daughter just said, what's for tea? What's for tea? Me fucking off back to work.
Why are you checking on the rats and not your child?
Child is a fucking rat. So oh no, the infected rat has broken out. This is how the virus is going to start a new. Oh no, he found it and captured it immediately.
Tension.
You could cut it with a butter knife, a blunt spoon. I was just like, what the fuck was that about then?
Nothing.
Oh, it was a cliffhanger for your episode.
Oh, yeah. Something to put in the trailer, I guess. Preview.
Yeah. Well, fuck them. So the parents of the child are just, I don't know. I don't like them.
I don't either.
I don't like anyone in this show.
I'm trying to think. Is there anyone in the show I like?
Oh, good question. No.
No. I like the Doberman.
That was terrible CGI.
Oh
no! I like the little dog that doesn't like the girl anymore.
Oh, the puppy.
Yeah, just like fuck you, bitch. I can sense the danger.
That was funny.
So yeah, we're back in 2036.
I don't know.
And the parents there back at the lab. Back in 2022, because this just goes dun 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 dun. Hey, it's so obnoxious these.
It's so annoying.
Billy is in bed, going, "Oh my god, I'm going through my first period." T-virus period, that is.
Mhm.
Then Wesker's checking on some blood samples, but
Mhm.
do you know who's so smart she doesn't need blood samples?
Who's that?
Jade. Because she spoke to some crackpot on the internet for 2 seconds, even though her laptop wasn't even connected to the internet, and the only application she had open was Microsoft Paint.
That was hilarious.
And they literally were zoomed right on it.
They don't care.
They
They're
don't
not paying
care.
attention.
They don't give. That's why I said, how when he went, did it break it? How did it break out? They go, Jane, they don't care. We would be here all day if we picked on those ones. All fucking day.
Yeah.
So she's just doing a lot of writhing. Great. Yeah, we know you're bitten. Fucking get over it.
Mhm.
By the way, she has 1 day off school and she goes back the day after
Yeah.
getting literally savaged by a Doberman.
Yeah.
Just the act of the dog tearing away at her shoulder, never mind the infection.
Well, and emotional scarring. I don't think she's ready to go back.
I'm fucking emotionally scarred, Jane. Never mind these tosses on the show. What about me? So, we're back in the future again.
The time jumps are so crazy.
Then we're back in the past again. Billy's. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Billy. Right. Billy's doing that thing back at the mirror.
The thing she
Where
keeps
she's
doing.
like, well, yeah, with the things, the blood's dripping and shit.
Yeah. Like, how many times is she
And
gonna do that?
plenty. Plenty, because this is a really boring episode, this one. And she's knocking on the Jade's knocking on the door and stuff, saying, "How are you? Right?"
Mhm.
And then she's like, "I'm fine." And then it does a close up in on her, and they forgot to do all the makeup around the mouth,
Yeah.
and she's just like got completely clean mouth.
Mhm. They do that a lot
Like I
too.
said, they don't care.
They forget.
We would be here all day. Moving on. So Jade convinces Wesker to let Billy go to school.
Well, she doesn't convince her. She basically says
Tells
she's
him,
going to school. There's nothing you can do about it.
yeah, I've made the decision as the adult in the house.
Yeah.
Hold on, I see the light trying to creep through. No, not today, Satan. Yeah, I've made the decision that Billy's going to school.
Yeah. And he can't say anything. He doesn't even get a sentence out.
No, he basically just is forced to
It's
agree.
embarrassing. I really, one of the things I hate about this show so much is how the kids treat their dad. Like, that's just sickening. And I know it's messaging as well.
Well, yeah, because they don't, the nuclear family.
Mhm.
It's the devil to these fucking psychopaths.
Yeah.
Great. So Billy dresses up like a boy and then goes to school.
Right.
Her eyes are like sunken, and they put tons of makeup to make her look really sick.
Mhm. Really like someone who wouldn't be allowed in the school as soon as they
Looks like
saw
somebody
her.
who's got the T-virus infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody who, if you turned up to school like that, I'd be like, go home.
Mhm.
Go home. You can catch up. We'll give homework to your sister so you can do some work at home. But go on.
Exactly.
So more feelings. Bitch boy comes along. He gets told to stay.
Yeah.
Good dog. Then Jade's like, I need more information from that crackpot guy that asked me to video call with him
Mhm.
and then didn't want to show his face. So why did he ask for a video call if he didn't want to show who he was? Why didn't he say, "Can I call you?"
Right. No sense.
I was an investigative journalist and I found out about this and I said to Umbrella, I'm going to expose you. And they're just like, no, you're not. And then they just left it.
Yeah.
And then didn't chop into little pieces and throw you into the river.
That's it.
Yeah, okay. But Bitch Boy says, oh no, jeez, I can't believe he says this. he says, first of all, he says Umbrella have updated their firewall. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Then he says, it's the first time they've updated their security system in 2 years. It's only Umbrella. It's just a small indie company.
That's the other part that's so unbelievable. Umbrella is overpowering when they need to be.
Yeah.
But underpowered otherwise.
I change my password every week. I'm just a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm not Umbrella. Umbrella haven't changed the password in 2 years. Fuck off, mate. So, the family say, we've got another alternative route to go to Calais.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a convoy of trucks which are all tied together.
Yeah, that won't get spotted at all.
No. Are they going through the Channel Tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that's could be the only way they're going to Calais, through the Channel Tunnel. So they get into the fucking trucks, and she's like, "Is it safe?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever."
Sure.
I'm glad they're dead. I'm glad they die. You know.
Yeah.
I'm glad all of them die. I just wish Jade could join them.
She should have.
She should have, yes, easily. So then we cut back to the past again. Evelyn, oh yeah. This is my favorite scene of the episode.
Oh.
Wesker says, how's your gay?
Mm-hmm.
Again, and she says, my gay's fine, we made up, I'm really good in bed.
Yeah.
Just need to emphasize that gayness on Evelyn, folks.
Gotta remind you.
Just gotta get that. Just gotta get that really, really dug into your head.
Yeah.
You know, that box is thoroughly ticked.
Yeah.
And then they go to the ball. Oh my god! But this is legit. I legit laughed at this scene. Not because it was funny. It was just so dumb. Where they're saying, okay, so Joy's this antidepressant which we're going to sell to America, because America's a bunch of fucking people are fucked and they need antidepressants. So it's all well and good. Kind of does its job.
Mm-hmm.
There's just one little side effect. Might turn you into a zombie.
Oh, it's a minor setback.
It's a minor setback.
Yeah.
And Evelyn is just like, Wesker doesn't want us to go ahead with this because, you know, Wesker explains, it kind of, if you don't take it the right dosage, it kind of turn you into a zombie.
Yeah. But there's opportunity there, apparently.
But there's opportunity to make billions. And then she says, how many pills do they have to take for them to turn into a zombie? Because part of the joy, by the way, folks, part of joy is made up of the T virus.
Yeah. The secret ingredient.
The secret, yeah. It's the secret ingredient in the Willy Wonka chocolate, T virus. So he says they've got to have 20,000.
Yeah.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, you take 2 antidepressants a day. No, let's say 3 antidepressants a day, because it's America.
May have to be
That's 365 times by 3, which is just over 1,000. You know, 1,000 something.
Yeah.
So it would take the best part of 2 decades if you maintain that regimen, as you say, regime, we say. It would take the best part of 2 decades before you turned. I can well believe, due to the way that we see America medicated, that is no problem for people at all.
No, we could beat that. We could do that in half the time.
Oh, I was good. Yeah, I'm going to say no. You could. Yeah, it's 2 decades if you go at 3 a day. Americans, you'd have that done in 10 years.
Yeah, easily.
So literally, they're saying in 10 years' time we're going to have a worldwide zombie apocalypse, but we're going to make trillions in the meantime.
Yeah, we'll be rich by then. It's fine.
Who are you going to fucking? What are you going to do with your money? It's going to be worthless.
Well, they'll use it to build their isolated communities. It's fine.
Remember the Wes Anderson films? I don't know if it was Resident Evil 4 or 5 or whatever it was. But there was one point where there was literally life-size versions of New York, Tokyo, suburbia. Cloning was perfected. The world was fucked. Who are you selling this to? We're Evil Corporation. We're doing evil stuff. To who?
Yeah.
We don't have to be like that, Jerry. I'm just saying, Steve. Well, okay, fine. We can't be evil to anyone anymore because they're all dead, but why do you have to take the fun out of it? Sorry, Steve.
It's not logical.
It's not logical at all. And it's just like, we don't have a cure?
No.
Now, if we had a cure, we could sell them the cure as well.
Mm-hmm. We'll be working on that later.
By the way, in the first episode, when the girls arrive in New Raccoon City, it says, what does it say? 3 months before the outbreak.
Yeah. So
they don't even get to play with their antidepressant, or it goes wrong immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the dumbest thing. And you just saw like the rest of the board when they say trillions, they're just like, ooh.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's your money going? No, but ooh, trillions, ooh.
But to be fair, that part of Resident Evil never made sense. Like you just can't.
It didn't.
You can't do anything with that.
It made it made sense in the video games. Were just like it didn't even make sense really for the video games, but they were trying to create a bioweapon.
Yeah, well, yeah,
and it went horribly wrong. Now you can play. That idea is playable. It's workable. Now it's because we got to have modern day answers for modern day solutions and all that.
Yeah.
We got to have antidepressants instead.
It didn't work as a weapon, so we'll sell it as a drug.
That's what she says, though.
That's our logic.
We first of all, they were done for military application, but now it's pharmaceutical.
Yeah, that's where
Big Pharma's bad, folks, but we're in their pocket, so who cares? Billy's in the school having hallucinations.
Yeah.
She imagines the doggy. Then we jump back to the future.
But okay, this is where I don't understand, though. I don't understand her denial during this entire process. She knows how sick she is.
Yes.
Everyone around her keeps telling her, if you're sick, let me know. If something's wrong, let me know. People could die, let me know.
Well, we know there's a 72-hour countdown on her turning to a zombie. And she's got some like 52 hours left.
Right. And she's not telling anybody what's happening.
But everyone knows what's happening. Jade knows what's happening. Wesker knows what's happening.
Yeah. But no one's doing anything.
I know. Wesker knows he's not doing anything. Jade knows she's not doing anything.
Right.
Billy knows she's not doing anything.
No.
I want them all to die. In the future, comically stupid Umbrella Man.
Yeah.
Is it Beckett? Is he called Beckett? is looking for Jade. Some guy just goes, fuck Umbrella. And then he looks and sees the van and he's like, oh, yeah, they must be going through the Channel Tunnel to Calais.
I didn't get that part.
I didn't get that at all. So they're in the trucks and they... Speaking of, I don't get this. They're in the trucks and they're going to the destination. And then the trucks stop.
Yeah.
And the guy says, right, this part of the leg is over. Now we've got to be really quiet. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So you've driven them into a nest of lickers, which you are intimating that you know.
Yes.
Because you're telling people to be quiet. And then you're getting out on foot?
Yeah.
Can you drive me back to Dover, please?
And no one's being quiet.
And
they're still talking.
This is why, right? If anything ever gets taken over, invaded, I'm just literally going to walk into the nest of the beast and just go, fucking shoot me, you fucking wankers. Because I'm not going to be in any sort of dumb breakout situation, or I'm going to try and get over the border situation with dumb fucks like this.
Yeah.
That when they're told to be quiet, just like, why? Shut the fuck up.
No, I just go it alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Me,
They're gonna get you
myself, and
killed.
I. If I'm going to get killed, I'm going to do it on my own, thank you.
Right.
I'm going to do it to my own negligence, not some other tossers.
Exactly.
So, Umbrella come pounding down the tunnel in their little squeaker trucks.
Because apparently they're unaware of the nest.
Even though dickheads inside the van won't shut the fuck up. And so they alert all the lickers, and then suddenly the lickers start smashing through shit and licking people and dragging them and impaling them. And
I like that part.
I liked idiots dying.
Yeah.
A lot.
I liked how they died. Screaming.
Lots of pain, dying horribly.
Ripped in half.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Can you put them back together and do it again? Because they were particularly annoying, that one.
Yeah.
And then Umbrella starts shooting, and then Jade and the family and the guy with the three cartridge shotgun all get away. And then when we leave Umbrella, literally Umbrella are getting torn to pieces by the lickers and surrounded by lickers. And oh no, what will ever become of them? They're fine. They're waiting for them at the end of the tunnel when they get out. And he just goes, wow, that got hairy. But we got out of it.
Yeah. Nary a scratch.
Nary a scratch. And then hey Jane, feel free to slap my wrist, right? But when they announced that the name of the gang in France was called the Brotherhood, I just had visions, because we're talking about woke Netflix, of just this all black fucking gang.
Oh my god.
And I was so hoping that it was going to be that. Because I would have laughed so hard. Unfortunately, there's some white people.
That would have been funny.
Fucking white people.
But they couldn't do that either.
No, but it would have been so cool. So they get away, and then we discover... Oh, no, sorry. We go back in time again. Wesker showed off at the board meeting the crazy rat.
Yeah.
And then Evelyn comes into Wesker's lab.
Yeah.
Emasculates him, as she's been doing from the start.
Absolutely.
Just like his daughters have been doing. That's why I said he provided the egg. And cuts off the head of the rat with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, right in front of him.
Yep. So that went down.
And he does nothing about it.
No, not really. Billy's having more visions.
I just
And
got
then
tired of her after
I
a
got
while.
so sick of this. You've been doing this for all episode. It's like, we know you're full of shit. We know. And then she sees herself as a zombie. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
The makeup looked appalling. But it was just another hallucination.
I just wanted her to either die already or kill somebody. I mean, it's too much.
She's I don't, but she's in the future because that's already been established. So she ain't gonna die unless, of course, unless she's a zombie and have just got her locked up.
But I wanted her to. I'm sick of her.
I just want them all to die because they're terrible characters.
They are.
Seriously though, Jane. Seriously, how are we meant to relate to these characters? What about them are we meant to latch onto and go, yeah, I want to get behind, I want to support, I want this person to win, I want this person to succeed and get through?
I don't know, because they're not developing in any way. Jade's not learning from any of her behavior. There are no consequences. She's not evolving as a character. I don't even see how she can be redeemed at the end if that's the goal. It's just, I think what it is because they're female characters, you run into this often where the writers don't know how to write a strong female character who is relatable. They try to make them basically a caricature of a male character with all of the characteristics, but none of the humanness, because that's perceived as weak. So she can't be vulnerable. She
the
can't
thing which
have
people relate
weaknesses.
to is the weak part.
Well, that's the only thing it's like they can't have it. She has to be strong and mean and tough and annoying.
But she's just trying to escape for her.
Yeah, she's a narcissist.
There's no, it's not like, oh, I need to get to Calais because I want to find this,
No.
a cure for this antibody. She's not doing anything altruistic. She's just trying to escape for her.
Yeah. Even how this story started, the whole premise of them breaking into their father's lab to get evidence of animal cruelty. I mean, what was the point of that? To get him fired?
I know.
To destroy your livelihood? Like, what is all of this for? It's not like, what I compared it to was like, I think it was 28 Weeks Later, one of the zombie movies where the kids go out of the safe zone, which is dangerous and stupid, but they're doing it to find their mother, I believe it was, but it wasn't for them, and it wasn't just for the sake of it. There was a point that you can understand, and here they just never set it up.
No, 3 episodes in. Sorry, there's still a little bit left of the episode. Oh, you don't care? Good, neither do we. There's nothing for any person to latch onto. There's nothing for anyone to care about.
No. They forgot that part.
So we discover that the boy is infected.
Yeah.
And he was infected 3 days ago. So now he's just on the turn. He's turning now into a zombie. So the guy with the shotgun says, fuck this, I'm out. Walks down the corridor. Comes running back 2 minutes later, screaming, run, run. And there is a huge spider running after him, which impales him with one of its legs. And so he dies. So the family and Jade all run away. Much hilarity ensues. And they get into a room where there's no exit. So the dad, who was never showed any likeness of Jade whatsoever, even though she saved his son, because he's a man, He's a white man, ergo you must hate him all times.
Yeah.
Picks up a pole and says to his wife, right, I'm going to draw the spider away and you run. So he goes out. We get a little bit of tension. The spider's sort of like gone. Where is it? It jumps down. The guy twats it a couple of times with the pole. And he's just like, yeah, I beat it, I beat it, I beat it. And then the spider just goes,
yep,
and rips him in half. So they go running down the corridor, and Jade manages to pull a electronic door down on the spider and kill it.
Yeah, perfectly timed.
And I thought that never happened.
What?
The spider is clearly shown with a huge sack of eggs underneath it.
Yeah.
So I thought when it got speared and crushed, the egg sack was going to pop and all these little spiders were going to come pouring out.
That would have been cool.
No. Spider's just dead.
It wasn't in the budget.
I guess it wasn't in the budget. So, yeah, well then, Jade, you were amazing. We go back to school. Oh, I am so sick of this place.
Oh, yeah.
Billy thinks that Jade's being attacked by her cuck.
Yeah.
So she goes and hits the cuck and then goes and hits Jade.
Yeah.
And then runs away. And Evelyn comes out and says, "Oh, Evelyn's there at the school. Why is Evelyn at the school? She's there to pick up her son." Who's her son? The cuck.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Billy's run away and she's 40 hours away from turning. And Evelyn has more makeup on her than the whole of fucking Maybelline combined.
She looks so weird too. It makes her look weird.
She just looks like goth girl grew up.
Yeah.
To middle age. So we go home and like Billy's got her back to us and she's like stood there.
Mm-hmm.
And Jade's just like, Billy? And you're just like, she's fine. You know she's gonna be fine. And then she just turns around and she's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, don't try and do these like ooh, it's gonna be zombie. No, we know it's not gonna be because
at all. It's
so obvious. And then she's just like, I think something's wrong with me. Really?
You think?
And then she has a cry. And then we go back to the future. And it's Jade, the woman, and her zombie son. And Jade's like, you're going to have to leave him. He doesn't know who you are anymore. He's going to turn on you. And she's just like, no, I'm going to just stay here.
Yeah.
Just going to stay here with my son and get bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess.
You do you.
Yeah.
So Jade just goes, okay, fuck you later. Fuckity bye.
Yeah.
She gets out of the tunnel, like crawls out of the tunnel. It's like all this dramatic sort of, oh my God, she's a survivor. She survived the lickers and the big spider.
Yeah.
And she's just making her way through with her internal bleeding, her concussion, and her 2 fucking broken legs.
Yeah. Even though she's fine.
Even though she's fine.
Perfectly fine.
Fine. Absolutely fine. And then she gets out the tunnel, and Beckett's there with the umbrella guards going, well, they got hairy back there for a while. I'm not too sure what accent I've got, but okay. And then they get attacked from the bushes by what I imagine is going to be the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Shoot Beckett in the shoulder. Jade's just like, hey, don't. And then they just whack her across the face with a gun and knock her out. And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Somebody I can get behind.
She also is dead again because they hit her really hard.
They hit her. Yeah, yeah. She got twatted. And then it was just like, that's the end of the episode. And I'm just like, thank God, because that was, the tunnel bit was okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was boring.
It was just repetitive. And we didn't get anywhere. Nothing happened.
And I don't like anyone. And it's no good when you're going from scene to scene and you don't like anyone.
No. And you don't see liking them on the horizon. Like, there's no potential.
Well, the protagonist is Jade.
Yeah.
And Jade's just wholly unlikable in the future and in the past.
Right. So there's no reason to believe that she's going to be any different.
Yeah. So how's she going to change?
She's learned nothing.
She's on a mission. She's on a mission for herself.
They put her in different situations and circumstances where she should be learning something and growing as a person, but she's not.
Something like I'm being chased by Umbrella because I am Albert Wesker's daughter. Maybe, just maybe, this thing's bigger than me.
Right.
But it's very difficult for a narcissist to think of anything other than me.
Right. And it doesn't help that she hates her father for no reason.
No, never established. Not, at least not established yet. And if it's...
I don't think it is. For 14 years, he raised them by himself. From the looks of it, took great care of them. Made sure they had everything they needed. So why do they hate him so much?
Because
why are they so disrespectful?
Because men are horrible.
Yeah.
Down with the patriarchy.
Basically. Forget the story.
Yeah. Fuck off.
And that's the thing too. He is a great actor.
Yes.
So to put him in this position is embarrassing. I don't know why he accepted it.
Because they're playing off the franchise name. That's what they're doing. They're playing off the franchise name. They're giving him the role of Albert Wesker. You remember, you get sold on this kind of stuff beforehand, and then they show you the script, and it's just some fucking intersectional feminist misantrist down with the patriarchy bullshit. Which who could possibly like this?
I can't imagine it.
Oh well, 3 episodes down, 5 to go, nearly halfway through. Want to come back tomorrow and do another?
Sure.
I know. Okay. Any other thoughts you'd like to say before we get out of here?
No, I can't. I can't with these characters. I don't like them. They're annoying. The story's going nowhere. And I swear, the Resident Evil movies and TV shows are just getting worse. I don't know what's happened.
So bizarre because the games are good.
Yeah.
Even when the acting and the script was terrible for the early game, B-movie level. But there was a charm to it because the games themselves were good and the story was actually ultimately pretty compelling.
It was fun. It was entertaining.
And the characters were great.
They were memorable. They
were great, and they have stood the test of time because we are still with them. 25 years later.
Yeah.
Still with them. Or more. And yet, they take the franchise, they create a new character. Excuse me. I'm going through puberty. They create a new character. They belittle the old characters to try and elevate their own.
Yes.
And that's not what fans of this franchise want.
No.
We want to see a kick-ass movie. Not Welcome to Raccoon City, which was
with a toothless Wesker.
Toothless Wesker, Black Jill Valentine, Indian Leon Kennedy. You know, we just
Who was?
want
Oh my god, what they did to Leon! Oh my god,
Leon,
I
who can't
refuse to accept
detect
that.
a fucking truck exploding outside of the police station 10 foot away from him because he's got his feet up and his headphones on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You don't think the shaking that would happen with an explosion, which probably would have killed you, by the way.
It was the most pathetic character in the movie, in the show, whatever it was.
We just want a good film with people that pretty much look like the cast of characters,
Yeah.
with it as close to the source material as you can get,
With their personalities.
with their personalities, with their sass, and you would have a good film.
You would.
But for some reason, we got intersectional teenage girls.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.